So welcome to the user group, the DDN user group at ISC 18. So anyway, we have a great program, like Ivan was saying, we have a great program this morning. A lot of our team as well as user mentioning their experience with our technology and our storage. First and foremost, I've just mentioned a few slides and introduction, but I think it's important to know that in this in a pretty crowded world and market, DDN, thanks to our real steadfast focus on HPC and AI, we've not only maintained but grown our HPC storage market share. So actually, it's quite an achievement. As the field is crowded, we have competition, but still we're able to maintain and increase this market share. So we're getting a lot of very good feedback. We've done a lot of work past 2-3 years, and we have a great program and really great offerings, solutions, and so forth, launching this year, and that you'll see permeating next couple of years. So really increasing our footprint, increasing our development, increasing our focus on HPC, and it's really basically gathering a lot of great feedback from the community and the user base. So really that's one example. So a lot of things new, right? I mean, we've been talking about Flash. Flash has been permeating. Flash within our solution, hybrid solution, disk, and so forth. And really what we have seen over the past 12 months is that Flash is helping in delivering the next level of I/O, delivering the next level of application and throughput and performance. And so across the board, both in genomics, in oil and gas, in core HPC, I mean across the board, we're seeing more and more Flash being used in our solution. So this is kind of new, right? Because the first reaction from our community was, Flash is expensive, we can do a lot with disk, which is true. And now we're getting into a second wave where basically a lot of our user base is experiencing Flash, is starting to deploy Flash, and we're seeing a big increase in the value in the type of solution that we can deliver. So Flash, hybrid, NVMe, SAS across our platform is permeating, and we're seeing through. I mean, this is basically a latest test we've done with the Gatan instruments, cryo-EM instruments, and we're seeing clearly like an easy 3x, and we think we can actually improve it even further, but all the way through. Basically the genomics pipeline. So a lot of very good increase in efficiency. Obviously you're investing in a pretty significant amount in a cryo-EM type of equipment. So it's great if you can actually use it efficiency and get 24/7 type of analytics and throughput and data gathering. So ingest, inference, training across the board, we're getting great results. And this is actually interesting. This is actually based on some of our new offerings that we'll be talking about, where we're shrinking the footprint as well, making it smaller, better, faster, efficient, and cheaper as well. So, next one. So really, I mean, a lot of things that we've seen over the past 12 months is that we've seen the event of AI machine learning coming about. So we've been obviously, the first answer that we give to people is that we've been doing AI pretty much for the past 20 years, right? I mean, if you look at really the innovation and what's happening in AI has really been done by academia, by research, by our users, by our historic users, except that we are seeing kind of that new wave that is permeating through every enterprise, basically creating data science and basically implementing, hundreds, thousands of basically AI initiatives across the board. So what we've done is, over the past 6 to 9 months, is really fine-tune and simplify, in essence, our HPC appliances to make them easier to deploy, easier to scale, easier to use, and which is called what we call basically our AI line of products. So you'll see later today and really welcome for you guys to join at the show the AI, what's called AI 200, AI 7990, which is really an appliance-sized platform, all built in and starts at a 2U with a pretty compelling performance and capacity specs. So again, the idea being to make it simpler to deploy so that you don't have to be an HPC expert to be able to use those devices. So we're excited. This year, we're announcing a lot of different things. Number one, actually, You'll see later today, and Robert will mention, where's Robert? We'll talk about it right after my session. But we are welcoming the Intel Lustre business unit as part of the DDN family. So as of, I guess, about a week ago, we acquired the Lustre division taking care of Intel, and representatives are there, and so we're very happy that we've been working with Lustre for the past 15 years, right? We were involved in OneCloud. We sold it to Intel, and then now a few years later, we basically acquired it back from Intel. So we're very proud of this. We're very happy to take the stewardship on of Lustre. We think it's very important for us to, we take it very seriously, and we're going to invest, hopefully the right way. But we are intent on doing right with the Lustre community across the board. So we'll be able to address your questions and so forth. But we're very excited at this development. And we want to welcome the Intel Lustre team as part of our family, and to grow actually and over double our team. So we'll have by far the largest Lustre development team on the planet, and we're obviously experts in the field. We care, we're passionate, and we think it's going to make a big difference. And so obviously we can only be as good as the user community. So it's going to be very important for you guys to feedback and understand how do we grow it, how do we make it better. And we have our own ideas on this, but I mean, it's very important for to make it a joint situation, and I think that's one of the pluses of DDN is we've always listened to the community and put back and gave the best out as far as offerings and performance and so forth. So this is quite interesting, and as a development. The second thing also is that you will see that we're pretty much revamping the whole product line this year. So it's a big year for us. And what does it mean to you? It means pretty much, I mean, a lot of the offerings are obviously more performance, right? But I mean, we're going to pretty much double the performance at pretty much same price points. So to you guys, it means that we're doubling performance, offering a similar price. So we're getting more and more in the price band. We're not hearing as much as before, DDN is the Cadillac or whatever. We feel that now with our partnerships, our go-to-market partnerships like HP, or go-to-market like other partners, we're basically permeating the market much more than ever before. And the price performance is very compelling. So a lot of new offerings. The 200 and 400 is a all-flash array. So this is basically both block, file, as well as AI offering, all in a 2U platform. And that 2U platform is able to deliver either 20 gigabytes a second or 40 gigabytes a second. So it's kind of mind-boggling, right? I mean, you literally have a small 2U system that has a parallel file system built in, right? Ready to basically connect to your networks. Can be 100 gig, can be EDR, can be OPA, can be whichever is your choice, even fiber. Actually, we have a block fiber connection for it, and able to deliver 40 gigabytes a second right of a unit, but not just 40 gigabytes a second, up to 500,000 to 1 million I/O as well. So this is really changing, changing a lot of our community, and that's a small 2U. All we're asking is 2U in your rack, right, to deliver that. So it's also with our new DDN Insight. So our new DDN Insight is the way to monitor, get predictive failure analysis, get performance metrics on your system. So I mean, we're really we're moving. We're kind of we have our HPC marketplace, and the AI machine learning is going to be a different market set that we need to simplify. We need to make it easier to deploy our platforms, and so that's what we're trying to achieve with this first generation. The 7990 is a replacement to our 7700. So this is more of an hybrid situation. So still some flash, mostly disk solution, and will deliver about 20 gigabytes a second in the 4U form factor. Thank you. So what's new? I mean, I think first and foremost, we're having fun. We're having fun with our users. Our users seems to be having fun with us. I think we've listened. We travel a lot at DDN. The management is always in a plane, car, train, and in front of customers. And what we've seen is that, some of the, situation that we had years ago, like support, or how easy is it to upgrade the systems? We're not hearing those anymore. I mean, we've basically deployed online upgrades. We basically deployed many more engineers and field people. We're much more attuned, I think, across the board. And so the discussion we're having with the user are much more forward-looking, and what's next step? How do we do it? We've also kind of shown that across the long run, this is a marathon. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. And that basically we're here with steadfast focus on HPC, and it means something to the community, right? It's years and tens of years and decades. It's hard to think that we're actually 20 years young, right? The company is 20 years, so already. So it's done like this. So we're looking forward to the next 20. We're very excited about it. So we have more collaborations. We welcome deeper customer relationship. I think this is also another thing, is that DDN wants to engage with you, wants to understand how we're going to be able to enable you guys to create your application to be more successful. I think that's a big difference compared to other vendors. We are actually interested in what you do and how we can make you better. So we're also growing, so if you have friends or family or yourselves interested in joining a great organization, we're hiring, we're actually doing well. And again, for those of you who might not know, the big difference with DDN is that we are privately held. We're very happy being privately held. We're profitable. Not enough, because obviously it's a tough market, but within the HPC, and you guys are tough customers, we are still able to extract some profit out of it. And but relax, not a lot. And, just enough for us to go by train over here from the US. I swam actually, so it's kind of and so, but again, things are great, things are good. We're loving what we do, and I hope it shows. Thank you very much. And then we want to welcome you to our booth. I think that's the last slide. Thank you very much. We have a new booth at the show. And I want to welcome you. We want to have discussions, want to hear what you have to say, how we can get better, how we can deliver you better services, product support, and have a great relationship. Thank you very much. And then I give you Robert Trandall, who's going to address